He had killed his girlfriend's family in her presence, and the thought of his horrendous crime haunted him everywhere.
It's in my mind all the time.
However, his weeping would be in vain. In all, 6 bodies were found, all with bullet wounds showing that something in Joseph McEnroe's head wasn't right.
See the emptiness where she should be.
The horror that took place during that night in the small town of Carnation marked a community and a family forever. Of course, all the victims were related to his girlfriend. The condemnation was resounding, and the word forgiveness didn't cross anyone's mind.
A person that would do that on Christmas Eve has got to be about as low as a form as you can be.
McEnroe had played with the family's confidence and decided to end his relationship with them in the worst way.
And I do know he was going to kill me and the kids as well.
However, Joe hadn't worked alone in the massacre. The investigation would reveal a dark history that haunted the community forever.
She had a lot of anger and a lot of hatred, and she thought that the best way to act on that would be to go off and kill people.
McEnroe had found his accomplice in his girlfriend. The distorted personalities of the two were the perfect combination for a horrible outcome. Michelle Anderson had a deep hatred for her brother, and so she and her partner decided to carry out the horrific massacre. She would wipe out her own family, and he would clear the way for her.
911?
There's been a murder. There's 3 people dead that I can see right now.
Inside?
I just came up. She works with me.
Inside the house?
Yes.
What do you see?
There's a baby and a man and a woman, and she's my best friend.
The crime scene was truly gruesome. Joseph and Michelle approached the police to ask them what was going on, as if nothing had happened. That would be the first clue the investigators would have to suspect that they had the culprits right in front of them.
It didn't take long for 2 very seasoned homicide investigators to uncover in their conversations with them that they were responsible for the homicide.
The couple were immediately arrested, and the investigation continued. However, McEnroe didn't confess his involvement until 2014, 7 years after the fateful Christmas night. His biggest defense was that he wasn't in his right mind, even going so far as to say he spoke to the victims from beyond the grave.
They said they don't blame me. I tried to apologize to them. It's like, look, I'm so sorry for what happened.
Podría ser que utilicen el discurso de que me hablaron en un sueño, o los vi, o me escucharon, me visitaron, siendo psicópatas como una estrategia manipulativa en el juicio. Es decir, vamos a tratar de disminuir la sanción penal en la medida que evidencia que he perdido el juicio.
McEnroe's performance wouldn't fool the judge for a minute, and that's because for everyone, it was just a desperate move to avoid the death penalty and a very severe sentence. Of course, that wouldn't be enough in the eyes of the court.
For some, it may have seemed like this day would never arrive, but it has. Although your life has been spared, Mr. McEnroe, this court now sentences you to the harshest sentence otherwise available under the law. Life imprisonment without the possibility of release or parole on count 1.
In total, both Joseph and Michelle were charged with 6 counts of first-degree murder, for which they were both sentenced to the highest penalty in existence. This is a couple who, because of a simple family problem, decided to commit the most horrible of crimes.